Hey, what are you doing? Get out of here. What's going on, everybody? Pixelated here, back at it again with another review. Now that we got the other nameless sneakers out of the way, we're going to be looking at the Livestock X Consortium collab Pure Boost ZG. Adidas collaborated with Livestock. No, not living, breathing, domesticated animals, but the Canadian boutique. They collaborated on two different shoes, the Pure Boost and the Samba. The Samba looks amazing with its upper that's a thick buttery suede, and the three stripes are screen printed in white, as well as the back panel, and it looks really cool on the shoe. It really fits the aesthetic that they're trying to go for, and it has this dark transparent outsole that just looks really great and helps the shoe stand out from its regular variations. Livestock is a Canadian boutique. I believe Livestock is based in Vancouver, BC, because that's where all their shipments come from, but they do have multiple locations in Toronto as well. I'm not from Toronto, so I do have to make like a 30 to 45 minute drive every time I need to grab something from there, but they're one of my, if not my favorite boutiques in Toronto or even in Canada thus far, so I was really excited to hear about this collab. Even when we do get rare Adidas shoes or even Jordan brand, we don't really get as much stock as other countries. And that's especially true for Adidas shoes when it comes to shoes such as Ultra Boosts. We really get the short end of the stick when it comes to Ultra Boosts. And so I was extremely excited to know that a Canadian boutique was executing a collab with Adidas. Now, to the best of my knowledge, they have collaborated with Adidas in the past, but that wasn't during my lifetime, or at least during my foray as a sneakerhead. So I'm excited to be seeing a modern current day collab with one of my favorite boutiques and a brand that I've really grown to like in the last couple of years. Now, because I don't have a pair of the Sambas, I'm obviously reviewing the Pure Boost ZG. These shoes are absolutely amazing. Livestock just blew it out of the water with these. I've seen so many Ultra Boost collabs and the NMD collab, and so many variations come out of the Ultra Boost and the NMD, and they're all nice, but man, these stand out. The upper is a breathable prime knit that is guaranteed to keep your feet cool during the summer, which obviously the downside is they won't keep them cold during the winter, so please don't wear most prime knit shoes actually during the winter, because your feet will freeze and break into bits, like tiny little bits, and dogs will probably eat them. Shout out to the good people at the Livestock Roncesvalles location for letting me goofily film a segment of my on foot in their store, where the customers are welcome to walk in and look at me funny while I'm standing in front of a camera wiggling my hype feet around. The back to the shoe, the red elastic strap around the upper, I believe is also prime knit. I can't confirm that, but it does feel very prime knit-y slash elasticy. I believe most other ZGs sort of have this like plastic TPU probably strap going around that's thicker and not as freeform. This crimson red elastic contrasts with the black very nicely, and it's really what makes the shoe stand out. In typical Pure Boost fashion, the lace aglets are very thin and the laces that go through are thin as well. The shoe itself comes with a set of black laces already in, and it comes with a pair of alternative, I call them pirate black laces, but you can call them speckled black and white laces, and they're kind of my preference, as you can tell from this video. You can also see two different variations of the laces in the shoe, one which is tied on properly like what regular people do, and then the other variation which is sort of what the hype beasts do, or the people who don't really like tying their shoes, or for aesthetic purposes. I mean, I kind of like it. I think I'm slowly turning into a hype beast, and I might just continue to lace these shoes in that loopy, loose way. Most people really like their loops to be really large and gaping, and the laces aren't tied together. I kind of like my lace tips not sticking out of my shoes, so I sort of either tuck them in the elastic or I just tie them together in a knot or two, and I just think that looks way better. The heel counter of the shoe is actually this low-key, high-quality tumbled either leather or nubuck, I'm not really sure, but it just feels really nice, and it's kind of like the hidden gem of this shoe, because since it's black, just like the upper, you don't really see it pop out, but as the owner of the shoe, when you feel it, you just know the quality's there. The heel tab, which is also the pull tab in the back, is also that crimson red that pops. The inner toe box of the shoe has these three stripes that the uncaged Ultra Boost had. I'm not gonna lie, they looked kind of terrible on the uncaged Ultra Boost, but I really like them on this shoe. I don't know if it's the fact that it's a black shoe with white stripes, or it's that screen print aesthetic that's going along with this as well. I think it might be that screen print aesthetic. It just looks really nice. And then you have the full Boost midsole, and there's not much to be said about that. Boost is literally the most comfortable thing you're gonna wear this year, or even in the next few years. The Ultra Boost has it, the NMD has it, in different variations, in different pellet counts that modify the comfort and whatnot, so you can guarantee these shoes are extremely comfortable. I would put them in between, not as comfortable as the Ultra Boost, but more comfortable than the NMD, but it's really edging on to Ultra Boost level. I think the only thing holding it back is the thick sole at the bottom. Don't quote me on this, but I think the thinner the outsole, the more feedback you have from the Boost. So because this is a little thicker, the pushback you get from the Boost isn't as strong as the Ultra Boost, which is primarily why the sole on Ultra Boosts are so thin. Once again, I could just be making that up. I don't really remember where I read that. Either way, the outsole looks insane. It looks beautiful with the speckled all white outsole, and of course they would make the outsole of a shoe that I really like all white once again. So the sole is gonna get dirty as soon as you touch it to the floor. You will see Adidas and Livestock branding not just on the lace tip, but also on the tongue as well as on the insoles. You'll see Livestock's logo in a 3-stripe design, which is really cool. Also, a note about sizing, definitely go half a size up. People told me in store to go half a size up, and I was being stubborn. When I wore a true to size, it didn't feel bad at the time, but after a day of walking, my toes were killing. Fortunately, taking the insoles out resolves this issue, but I would most definitely just go up half a size and keep the insoles in, because you'll guaranteed get a better fit and the most comfort with the insoles in. And as you can see in this part of the video, you get a look at the original black laces that came in the shoe initially. Get your mind out of the gutter. I do have them in the shoe in that loosey loop hype beast looking fashion, but give it a couple seconds and you will see it tied in the regular people way. And there we have it, tied like regular people laces. Here's another look at the shoes. You have now seen all the different lace variations on the shoe. I've officially said everything I needed to say. If you like the video, please leave a like, please comment, please subscribe. I look forward to your feedback, and subscribing will definitely help, and please let me know what you truly think about my videos, because improvement is key. Have a great day. Pixelated out.